Hey, what's up, traders? It's Saturday, the 13th of March, 2021, and this is gold, silver, metals video to go over what the moves we caught on Friday in our VIP group, and caught a huge play in silver. It worked out really well, and we had some big news, I guess, over the past 4 days with stimulus checks finally getting signed and sent out there. So, I think we're gonna see a big surge of that on Monday when the markets open. So we have to be prepared to see how the price action plays out. But you got to remember, once this happens, then what, right? So we're more than likely going to see, the equity market stocks rally and some big moves potentially, maybe. But then it's like, okay, so what next, right? Because this whole stimulus thing is what keeps kind of just pumping the markets, and eventually, it's just going to run out of gas. So we'll see how much it lasts here. That could provide some potential dollar weakness. So we'll see. But let's take a look at gold first. You can see this is our silver setup here. Let's take a look at gold. And despite the news of all this stuff panning out and these big moves happening in the market, we haven't seen gold rally that much, right? It still trading pretty heavy, right? I'm going to take off all these Fibonacci's here. There we go. All right. So you can see I still have this target 1650, maybe potentially even lower here on gold on the 4 hour here. And if we zoom out, and so this is the range that, and you got to call it what it is. It's just a huge downtrend, right? We're trending down. You can see that pretty clearly with this 50 moving average here. And this was the small recovery, not really small, that we're seeing, that we got. I guess this was on Wednesday or Thursday, right? So we called this pretty well. Actually have a post in my group that we retest the 1740 level before making the next leg lower, right? So we have this descending triangle, right? A breakdown out of that triangle. Here's the breakdown. Something potentially like a false breakdown. Especially, you could have it like this. It's really more of a channel, but especially if we jump back up above 1740, that's going to be pretty bullish. But nonetheless, go ahead and take this off of here. Nonetheless, I think that we'll probably see that, to be honest, given how the markets react to those stimulus checks being sent out. But I don't really think that rules out the chance of just another lower high, or higher low rather, and then a move lower. So this was the original false breakout line, but we could see this coming back into play here. Something like that. We are in a channel as well. So however you want to skin a cat, right? However you want to look at it, however you want to slice it up. There's definitely this going on as well. And seeing a move back higher there before we really break down, I think is going to happen. And I still think that we're going back to these highs. This 2000, it's just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time, especially with all the more stimulus coming out here. Now, this was the target I originally had, which is 1650, right there, 1650. You can see we have this nice level. 1650 is also a pretty perfect round number, I guess you would say, quarter number, right? And I'm getting that from this Fibonacci extension. Low, high. Fibonacci is technically at 1643. So I think we're super close to the bottom, but I think we're, you know, a lot of people are going to be getting long here, especially following this news about the stimulus, which will be the perfect opportunity to drive this price lower at least one more time down here, maybe even 1600, right? So like, and there's even some targets down here at 1500, but I have a really, really hard time believing that we're going to go down that far. Do I think it is possible? Yeah, for sure. And would I be happy about it? Definitely. I would be so happy because I would be so pumped. Say we hit 1500, we're still going up. We are still going up. You just look at daily chart here. I'm just going to go ahead and mark. Which would in turn really mean a move back to, that would be a, you know, it would be a massive, massive move. And I do think it could happen, but I have a hard time believing it. I think the bottom is almost in here, and then we take this next leg higher. But following this this current news about the most recent stimulus package, right? I think we might get a big push higher, and then that's going to get a lot of people long again. Short, bottom falls out of the market, down into 1650 level, potentially even I think 1640, maybe 1600. But I really like this 161.8% extension, and then that's going to be the catalyst before we go much, much higher. Unless, of course, we just go higher from here. But we still have these areas that's dropped too far not to take them out. And with just a whole another round of stimulus, the rate of inflation is going to be more than likely pretty massive. So that's what I'm looking at for gold. I would love to see these lower levels. Just be careful here, getting too long, because remember, it's still counter trend, right? We want to get in and sell this rally, right? We retest this resistance here, this support, formerly support, turns into resistance. It could be a great, great opportunity. All right, let's take a look at silver here. Silver, right? And so we got in at 25 on Friday. Shout out to Cameron in the accelerator group, giving us a heads up about, you know, this play, this retest of support here, this area of interest. And man, it turned out to be a super, super great trade. I hope y'all made some good profits off of it. And we're still holding here, right? So we got big push to the downside here. Now we're looking at 15-minute touch of support. And this could really, looks a lot like even on a short-term time frame, especially on short-term time frame, we got us a nice Wyckoff setup here. Preliminary support, selling climax, automatic rally, spring, test of that spring, and then boom, right? So I think now the big thing to look for be some sort of retest. And remember, keep in mind though, anything can happen when the market's open tomorrow, just because of the big news about the stimulus. But I would say don't expect it to last. Don't expect it to last. I think I would be looking for potentially a move lower here, just going to retest this this consolidation and some sort of push higher And silver's been holding up way, way, way better than gold. I think we're just pretty stationary. And the thing about, the really nice thing about trading these pairs is that, you know, it's just a pure round number that you can really, really watch and internalize the thought process behind the price, right? So here we are right at this 25 level. So you can see push down, retest up, and now we're retesting here. So it's a great setup. Cameron, shout out to you, man. Great call. And, you know, we're just gearing up long term, I believe, to go much, much higher in silver. We still have these, because we're in a massive breakout here. This is why it's so important to be mindful of what's happening, the big picture of everything. And we could have a big, big room to go. So like I said, with gold, you know, we get down there to 1600 and silver, for whatever reason, some massive sell-off and retest this like 1930 level, man, it's going to be amazing. It would be an awesome opportunity, kind of like a once in a lifetime trade scenario. To just get in there and hold. So, or definitely buy physical silver, gold as well if you can have access to it. It's pretty hard to find these days. So hope you found this video helpful. I appreciate you. It's Saturday. Would love to have you in our group. Click the link below to get started, and let's have an awesome week this week, everybody. Stay safe out there and click the link below. I'll see you in the chat room. Peace.